Hello, my name is Nikayla Augustinos, and I wanted to start by telling you a short story. So, this is Megan. She was 13 years old when she realized she was severely depressed. She went to her friends to get support, and they all basically were like, "Why are you depressed? There's no way that you could really be depressed. Your life is perfect. Nothing's wrong with you. Get over yourself." A year later, she was sexually assaulted, and that, coupled with not having any support, she felt very isolated, and that made her day to day life extremely difficult. And because of that, her senior year of high school, she tried to commit suicide by overdosing on her prescription medication. Like Megan, there are many others that are suffering with anxiety and depression who have suicidal thoughts just because they are isolated and they don't know who they can go to for help. So today I will be talking to you about the Counseling Center, some of the programs that they provide, and what are the benefits. So today, about 6.3 or 6.5 million young adults experience depression or anxiety. Of that, 30% are females and 20% are males. And according to the National Drug Use and Health report in May 2012, 8.4% of full-time college students experience anxiety or depression, and experts expect all these percentages to be low because not everyone steps forward and admits that they have anxiety or depression. Young adults today are characterized as being more fragile and less resilient, but also more overwhelmed than our parents were. And we're considered to be the post 9/11 generation, which simply means that we grew up with school shootings and bombings being normal, and they shouldn't be. And we have all experienced or watched our parents struggle with different money issues and not having enough to get what you need done. And we also grew up in a technology period where it was starting to change society. So Janice Whitlock, the director of Self-Injury and Recovery program at Cornell University, describes our university as being in a cauldron full of stimulus that we can't escape. And it's kind of true because we do face a lot of issues like money issues, worrying about our future career, and things like that that we just can't get away from. The Counseling Center is located in the Geary University Center in room 263, I believe, and their hours of operation are Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. during the fall and spring semester as well as the winter term, and from Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. during the summer term. The best way to contact them is through their phone number provided on the screen. They have an email address, however they can't guarantee that all your information will be confidential, so they would prefer you call if you have to set up an appointment or discuss something that's personal to you. The Counseling Center provides a number of programs like the Alcohol and Other Drug Education Program, Campus Against Violence Program, the LGBTQ Virtual Center, which is just a website that helps those who fit into that category with coming out if they haven't already and how to deal with their day-to-day life since there is a lot of discrimination towards them. And the Smoking Cessation Program is a program to help students quit smoking, and Stand For You program is a suicide prevention program on campus. They also supply online mental health assessments, which if you're concerned about anything, you can take that, and whatever your results are, you can set up an appointment at the Counseling Center and discuss your results or any other concerns you have with a counselor. They also provide a link to U Lifeline, which is a college resource for mental health. So that is another way that you can work with the health assessments. They also provide a 24-hour hotline for emergencies or if you just need to talk because you experience something that you just really need help with. That's there. And they also provide academic resources like study tips and test taking tips, as well as other resources from managing ADHD to preventing suicide if you have suicidal thoughts, and many other resources that you could benefit from. So the typical questions asked are, what is it like, is it private, and is there a fee? when I went, there is no fee. All of the counseling services are free. Some programs have a fee, but overall counseling is completely free. The atmosphere was very quiet and laid back. You came in and made your appointment, or you came in and checked in, and it was very confidential. No one knew why you were there or could hear anything you were talking about. They have these little sound boxes outside of every door that make noise so that no one can hear what you and your counselor are discussing in the room. So it's very private, and it's very calm and very relaxed environment, and there's no fees. So some of the benefits of the counseling center. So Wallace Brenner did a study, and he found that students that didn't take advantage of the counseling center had more in-depth suicidal thoughts as well as more self-harm than those who did take advantage of the counseling center. And he also found that suicide is the second leading cause of death for college students today, so it can help by lowering suicide rates. And students themselves have admitted that your overall emotional and physical health are a direct cause to your academic success. If you're not doing well emotionally, your grades are probably not going to look too good. So if you get help, you can help increase your grades and learn how to manage anything that you're dealing with. There was another study that found that it increases graduation rates, just because if you get the proper help that you need, your grades stay up and you're more likely to graduate, versus if you're severely depressed and you're not going to class and your grades are coming down, you're not going to graduate. So some of the benefits. And going back to Megan, luckily her parents found her and it wasn't too late. They rushed her to the hospital and she had her stomach pumped. Through this experience, she realized that she needed help, and she got into a program that taught her basic skills on how to cope with her depression, how to take her medicine properly, and how to work with a therapist and things like that. She's currently 22 years old and a student at the University of Vermont, and she is extremely happy and is glad to be alive. The only thing she wishes is that she could have realized that she needed help sooner and looked for it. So that concludes my presentation, and thank you for your time.